Well, it is time now for another Country Girl Report. Today we're talking about bow options for wreaths, and Catherine Nygren with Found in Flora is joining us now with more.
All right, I had a job to do this past week.
You had homework.
Yes, Catherine sent me home with this wreath. It's a grapevine wreath. You can see the back of it there. And I was tasked with decorating it. You sent me some natural items already. And then I found some more things in my yard to fill in, like these hydrangeas here. And these grasses. I have plenty of grasses. So my mom and my daughter helped me, and what do you think?
Oh, nice. I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's so fun that you guys all did it together as a little weekend project.
Yeah, we have a picture of it too. Katie can show you. Bring that up. But it was fun. It didn't take us very long, and I kept telling everybody, you got to go the same direction. You know?
Get all your plant materials kind of in a spiral out from the middle.
Yeah, and that is the key, right?
Yeah, I think that makes it, since it's so messy, I think it kind of gives it a little bit of organization to the pattern, you know, because everything's really wild and tangly. I think having them all at that same angle kind of gives your eye a little motion to the wreath then.
And we looked at some of the wreaths that you've done for inspiration, and I told them, I said, this can be full, it can be fun, it can be a little bit wild.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want here for the fall, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, don't be afraid to go big and go kind of crazy, because it's your house. You can do whatever you want.
Okay, yeah, and I love the idea with the hydrangeas in there, and I had plenty of those to stick in. And so this will stay until like next year too?
Yeah, as long as it's not in a spot that gets bumped, like if you've got a spot that's kind of away from traffic, it'll be just fine until next year.
Okay, so now we're going to think about bows to put on this wreath today. What did you bring?
Yeah, well, of course you can do like a traditional bow. Like when people think about wreaths, they think of like a traditional bow. This one's got some loops on it, you know, and of course you could do something like this where you put the bow at the top of the wreath, and that's really beautiful. But I think another thing that's really fun is to kind of think about ribbon a little bit differently. We had kind of talked about this ribbon. It's got like kind of a velvet burnout. It's got kind of like a gold burnish on the back side. So it feels very fall, but I actually love this color in my house like year round. I've got curtains that are this color. So I'm in love with that color, but I made just like these little loops out of the ribbon. So I just took the ribbon, and you don't even need to know how to tie a bow. I just took the ribbon like this, kind of made a little pinch.
Scrunch it together.
Scrunched it together, yeah. And then I took a piece of wire. I just have this long florist wire, and where my little scrunch is, like that, I just took a piece of wire and wired it like this. And so you just kind of have like a one loop bow.
Oh, that's all you do?
Yeah, that's all you do, and then just cut it free from the ribbon.
Okay.
And then if you want to give it a little fancy tail, see how it's flat on the end, I just fold it in half like this, and then cut away from myself, and then you get this cute little dovetail on the end.
Yeah.
You know, or you can do like the angle cut too on ribbon, but
either way. Okay.
yeah, I think that's kind of fun.
And so you would just tuck those in there. Let's see how that looks.
Yeah, and so I just made several of these while you guys were doing the license plate game, and then I have these long tails of wire. So I would just kind of find some spots that maybe there's not quite as much plant material in your wreath, and then just wire it just around the back like that.
Okay. And then when you hang it, you don't need a loop or anything like that. Just hang it on the door.
No, you don't need a loop. You could use like a wreath hanger, or you could use like a nail in your wall, or if you wanted to do a loop of ribbon, you could always do a loop of ribbon like that too as a hanger.
Great. Well, I'll let Catherine continue to work on this. We'll get some finished photos. I'll put them on my Facebook page after the show, and you can see how it looks. But as you can tell, there are so many different ribbons that you can use that would be awesome with this.
Absolutely. If you wanted to do more fall, you could do more fall. There's even some more like kind of Halloween ones. There's kind of like this crazy cat one, or like a black plaid. You know, if you kind of wanted to give a little spooky vibe for Halloween and then change out the ribbon then for later.
Very fun. All right. Thanks, Catherine. Back to you.